Hi YouTube. My name is Ryan. Last name is Tyndale. I have the YouTube channel Teaching Smarter. On Twitter I am at Teaching Smarter. Please follow me and I will follow you back, I promise. And inside the classroom I am Mr.T. So Ryan Tyndale is my name. In the classroom I go by Mr.T. Yes, I know I look exactly like the real Mr.T. It's a splitting image, I believe it. So what I want to do today is post my first ever video log or vlog, and my class and I are going through the Global Read Aloud, which we're really excited about. And we did a whole bunch of fun stuff last week, and I thought it would be fitting and helpful for some to just share what we've done. I have gone on Twitter and I've connected with a lot of teachers and gotten a lot of different ideas, and I'm all about sharing. So if you could take some of the things that I've done and use them in your class with your students, all the better. If you've got ideas, send me an email at ryan.tyndale@ddsb.ca, or send it on YouTube, or even better, send it on Twitter. I'm all about sharing and collaborating. So, Global Read Aloud. I teach grade 4-5, so the students that I'm working with are ages 9 and 10, and some of them are 8, still turning 9 in October, November, December, but they're mostly 9 and 10-year-olds. And we are reading the book, The Wild Robot, okay, which is right here, okay? I believe it's going to be backwards letters, but if I flip it around, that won't help you at all. That won't help you at all. So that's the book we're reading. And what we did was we joined our class up through the Global Read Aloud website, and we've gone through week 1. We had to read chapters 1 through 19, and during that journey of 5 days, we met a lot of cool people, and we want to tell you what we did. So everything that I'm sharing, I will put the links in the description below just so you can see it, but please go ahead and steal, beg, borrow all these ideas with your kids, okay? So before we got reading with the book, we did a prediction page, and what I did was I set up a Padlet. The link is in the description below. On the Padlet board, it was columns that you'll see, and a teacher would log in. It was a public Padlet. They would log in with the link, put their name at the top, and then they would have all their students write their predictions down the side. I had mine do it in Google Classroom and then copy and paste right into the Padlet, but that's what we did. And I believe to date we've got 8 different classes that have submitted their predictions in grades 3 all the way up to grade 6, so it's pretty cool. And I encourage you to use Padlet in your own journey. So we did that before the book, and then on Monday we got on Skype and we called a classroom in North Carolina, and I found this teacher through the Edmodo group that the owner or creator of the Global Read Aloud has set up. So I went in there, I found all the teachers with emails, and instead of using the Edmodo group, I copy and pasted all their emails down into my own personal board email, and I just fired off a BCC email to 20 teachers, and I got a whole bunch of responses back. It was really encouraging. I think by Wednesday I had connected with 14 teachers, all in Canada and the US. So another tip, you can use the Edmodo group, but you do need access by the owner to get into it. You can find her by filling out the Google form on the Global Read Aloud website. And then once you do, you can go in and connect with teachers through the Edmodo chat room, or you can do what I did and just copy paste their emails, okay? So found a teacher in North Carolina, and she was grade 3. Connected with her, we did a mystery Skype, so we wanted to find out where in the world this other class was living, so we asked yes/no questions. The call lasted about a half an hour. Really seamless, really easy, and we didn't really talk much about the book, except that we were both going to be reading the book, and it built a bit of excitement on Monday. So that's what we did on Monday. Tuesday, I've got it written down in an email here. Tuesday, what did we do? Okay, so on Tuesday we connected with a school in Maine. And again, our school, if I didn't say it at the beginning, we're at Cartwright Central Public School, which is in Blackstock, Ontario, Canada. We're about 40 minutes east of Toronto. Toronto is the fourth largest city in North America, pretty big. We're not within the Toronto District School Board, we're the next school board to the east. So we're not too far from Toronto. So what we did was we connected with, again, a teacher that I emailed. She lived in Maine. She had a grade 5 class, I believe. And we did it wasn't so much to do with the book, it was more, if you were on a deserted island, what would you take? And there was another question about robots. What do you know about robots? So again, it was more of a, before we got into it, activity. It was really engaging. The kids loved it. But it was just asking, if you were on a deserted island, what would you take? And again, her class in Maine, inputted their thoughts. Our class inputted our thoughts. And again, it was all done through a Padlet board that was set up public. So that's what we did. It was really cool. And students got to connect with a school in North Carolina on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they connected with a school in Maine and really enjoyed it. Wednesday, I had my students, we read chapters 1 through 10 on Wednesday, and what we did on Wednesday was we used something called Flipgrid, and Flipgrid allows students to record short video snips, and it was on a topic that related to a question related to chapters 1 through 10. So that's what we did on Wednesday. It was really cool. We read for about a half an hour, and then we did the Flipgrid activity based off a question from the book. It was very cool. Thursday, I hooked up with a school, and again, all these hookups were done beforehand. They weren't done, the day of or the morning of. They were done, a few days before. On Thursday, we got together with a private school in Virginia. So this was school number 3. It was really cool. And what we did was we set up again a Padlet board just for that discussion. But we wanted students to be able to talk to each other about the question. So we broke them up into groups of 3. So I had 3 of mine, she had 3 of hers. We put them together into a Padlet board entitled Group 1. And then they had a chat room inside the website todaysmeet.com. And they had a chat room entitled todaysmeet.com/group1. So they had a chat room that they were inside of, and then when they got their thoughts together, they went into Padlet. Again, group 1's question was different than the others. They went into group 1. Sorry about that. Teacher called me, had to answer the question. So totally just lost my train of thought. But Thursday. Okay, so on Thursday we had the students again interacting in small groups in the chat room, and then we had the students answering the question as a group on the Padlet board. We had 5 groups set up, so 5 Padlet boards, 5 chat room boards. It took me about a half an hour to set both of them up, just because it was a lot of copy and pasting. But once the half an hour was done, the students interacted for over an hour. It was really cool. So again, that's what we did on Thursday. And then Friday was a PA day or a workshop day, so it was a no school day for kids. Saturday, Sunday was the weekend. Monday was yesterday, and we had Thanksgiving. And I believe in the US it was Columbus Day, so I know in the US there was no school as well. So that is a recap of week 1. Really a lot of fun, really excited about what's going to be happening in week 2. If you want to connect with me, again, it's ryan.tyndale, Tindale, @ddsb.ca. Follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you back just so we can build that professional learning network as well. So it's @teachingsmarter. Website is teachingsmarter.ca. YouTube, you can find me at Teaching Smarter. And I have a Teachers Pay Teacher site as well. Not looking to solicit anyone. It's all free stuff, so if you want to go in there and find some free stuff as well, Last check, I believe I was at about 3,000 downloads, and it's all freebies, so you can go and find that as well. Okay? And if you want to connect with me for weeks 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, I would love to do that. Thanks for taking a few minutes to hang out with me. First vlog ever, I swear. I hope I didn't stutter and ramble too long, but really excited. Just before we go, I want to show you one thing. And you can totally steal this idea. Please go right ahead and do it. I'm going to flip my camera around, if I can do that. And it doesn't look like I can. Alright. So here's the idea here. What we did was I went onto the blackboard projector, put on a map of the US and Canada and the US, and I've got some of the places that we've been connecting with. So as we go through the journey, I've got us marked off with an X up here. So as we go through the journey, we're going to be checking off where we've been connecting. Okay? So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you can use some of the ideas, and please send me your own ideas. Have a great day. Bye-bye.